Now, a DJ was shot and killed at a tavern in Mpumalanga after a dispute over music escalated into violence on Christmas Eve. Police say the DJ was packing up as the tavern prepared to close when a patron allegedly opened fire before turning the gun on himself. The incident, which happened in Masoyi near White River, is the third tavern shooting reported this month. For more on this, we're now joined by Mpumalanga Police spokesperson Donald Mdhluli. Colonel, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it here. I don't know if maybe we can just start off with any further details that you're able to share when it comes to this case, families' responses, etc., the entire situation as it stands. Good morning.
Good morning, Arabile, as well as to the viewers. Yes, indeed, after that shocking incident on Christmas Eve around 11:30, when police arrived there, they met some patrons that were shocked and were on the run. Then they discovered the two bodies, and only to learn that one of the men that were found lying motionless with a gunshot wound, they actually allegedly shot the DJ and then turned the gun on himself. However, police couldn't recover the firearm, so apparently one of the patrons took the firearm. So we're in search of that firearm because it plays a crucial role in the investigation. The team worked tirelessly. The detective from Masoyi managed to arrest two suspects yesterday. One was found with a firearm as well as ammunition. The serial number of the firearm were filed off. So the other one, it's actually alleged to have been the one that removed that firearm from the scene, and as well as some cartridges which were also recovered during the arrest of the two suspects. So one among these suspects is faced with defeating the ends of justice. Meanwhile, the other one is charged with possession of unlicensed firearm with ammunition. They're expected to appear in court in the following week.
Yeah, and I suppose, as you said, because the firearm hasn't been recovered as yet, and as you detail the story of it, the key concern becomes that there's missing information when it comes to this case, and the investigation ultimately stalls at this stage. With regards to all those that were there, have they been able to all furnish you with the kind of detail that you need? Have you been able to question as many patrons as possible on that evening?
Yes, maybe you didn't hear what I was saying. The firearm has been now recovered yesterday, hence the arrest of the two suspects. One was found with that firearm, which we believe was used during the incident of shooting with ammunition. Then the other one is alleged to have been the one that removed that firearm at that tavern. So we have got two suspects and we recovered the firearm. The detectives from Masoyi managed to arrest. So with regard to the investigation in terms of questioning, yes, there are people that we interviewed and got some information, and it assisted in ensuring that the two suspects are arrested.
Thank you so much, actually, for that clarification. Clearly, I hadn't gotten that part. In terms of security, at a place like a tavern, at a liquor trader of any sort like this one, what kind of conversations can be had around security? It's very difficult, but one imagines that a firearm of any kind would not be permitted in such an establishment, and yet we've now seen 3 across the country so far. What would you be able to say with regards to security measures that need to actually be in place at places like this?
Indeed, before the patrons could come into such establishment, they need to be searched thoroughly. The dangerous weapons include a firearm, as you clearly indicated, as well as knives or any sharp object or any threatening object that may cause danger to the other patrons. So what is more critical is that our liquor traders should come on board and assist us, because the issue of security falls within the authority, they need to ensure that the people, their customers, are safe. And for that to happen, they need to ensure that a search takes place before anyone can enter, and also ensure that they've got everything in order. If they've got cameras, CCTV cameras that could assist them in case something happens, because sometimes someone can just come from outside and start shooting at their patrons. So that information, when we investigate, will assist a lot in making sure that we trace the suspects and are able to arrest them. So we urge them. Last week on the 15th, we got information, our members from Masoyi, because with festive season operation, we do some raids. They went to the very same tavern, then conducted their search. So it's unfortunate this incident, it has happened this way. However, we also receive information that the owner has got a license. Sure. So it's just adherence to the prescripts in terms of ensuring security by searching.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was actually now going to ask you about as well here, Colonel, is just with regards to beyond policing, the SAPS's view on regulation of these establishments, particularly during the holidays. Does the SAPS have a particular view with regards to regulations so far?
Yes, indeed. For us, it's enforcement. If the regulations are there, the law is there, it's just for us to enforce it. Hence, we conduct often and continuously these raids, checking whether the owners of liquor outlets are adhering to those. And if not, then we issued some fines. We close if someone has not complied accordingly. Yeah. So in this instance, we continue even during this Operation Festive Season, where you see sometimes we get some negativity, not from owners at times, from the people when we go and search inside those taverns, those that are there, the patrons will become negative. However, people should understand that this is done for their safety. We don't want to have incidents such as this, or mass shooting, or anything that could happen as they enjoy themselves in those places.
Donald Mdhluli, Mpumalanga Police spokesperson, thank you so much for the time this morning and giving us some clarity and understanding with regards to another tavern shooting happening, this time in Mpumalanga, a DJ now being killed in this one for having switched off the music.